This video is sponsored by Loot Crate. Yes, your boy is finally going places. They are a monthly subscription service like a goodie box they send every month, and June's theme is Arena, games like Overwatch and Street Fighter. I have a URL in the description, lootcrate.com/bricky, and a promo code, which is just bricky, that will get you a 10% discount on all your purchases and also help support me as a content creator. Now, the Overwatch box is only until June 27th at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. The code still works for all other boxes, but the Overwatch theme one is only for a limited time, so if you check it out, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks guys, let's get into the video. Welcome to Overwatch, the game where if you pick one character and refuse to switch, we lose the game and I break my keyboard. And today, I'm going to show you how to do just that with Reinhardt. Codename Local Man. This big beast of a tank, sporting precision, German engineering, wielding a massive rocket hammer, barrier shield, and known for such actions as walking forward slowly and XXX rated pinning films found on pornwatch.com. But what is Reinhardt's story? Reinhardt's full name is Reinhard Wilhelm. He was a decorated German soldier asked to join Overwatch once it was founded. He was loved by all for its consistent, joyous, and honest persona, and got along especially with Torbjorn since he maintained his armor. Eventually, Reinhardt hit his late 50s and was forced into retirement, where he watched Overwatch crumble from within without actually being directly involved. But instead of retiring, he decided to keep fighting in Europe and protect the innocent from whatever threats were present at the time. Long story short, he's a good guy. Reinhardt's character is easily one of the coolest in the game because he's just so fucking fun. The entire game he's just like,
"Ah, my friends, that's with all this standing around. There's glory to be won."
He just sounds like an ultra bro you'd have at a party who doubles as both somebody who's awesome to hang out with, but also big and smart enough to keep the peace. He has that persona of just like happiness and excitement and bravery, and it's just really lovable. It's really lovable. But I mean, what is he like in game? Well, he's a tank. A truly well-made big metal tank who specializes in helping your team out, whether it be on offense or defense. He's just a massive wall of damage-soaking power who can just as easily kill enemies if you let him get close enough. Reinhardt is one of those characters that every team would be okay with having. Even if your entire team consists of 5 fucking Genjis flanking the enemy, you are still useful because you're this massive target the enemy wants to kill. That, and because you're yelling
Catchphrase
at them the entire game. Now let's talk abilities. Reinhardt has a big ass rocket hammer as his weapon. It does 75 damage a swing with 1 swing a second. I don't know if you know this, but 75 damage a swing is a ridiculously high damage output. You can pretty much 3-shot all non-tanks in the game. And it's just fun because, I mean, you're swinging a big metal hammer at like a floating robot monk and 2-shotting him. It's just funny. You can also, if you hit them at the right angle, knock enemies away from you, which is pretty neat. For his alternate fire, Reinhardt deploys his barrier shield. It blocks up to 2,000 damage and takes 3 seconds to recharge when it breaks. When recharging, it will recharge 225 shield health per second. And I mean, this is your bread and butter right here. This is why Reinhardt is such a good tank. This big rectangle comes out that your allies can shoot through, but your enemies can't, which would be even better if your allies stayed behind your goddamn shit. His shift ability is uniquely named Charge. You charge forward, dealing 50 damage on the initial bump into the enemy, and can pin them against a wall, dealing 300 damage. This has a 10-second cooldown once used, and only grabs the target if your charge hits them like directly. But you can like bump into people you partially hit, which can be hilarious for environmental kills. Just remember one thing, you can't cancel this ability. You mess up your positioning and off the ledge goes your tank, and it's the worst feeling ever because you know it's nobody's fault but your own. His E is Fire Strike. You fling this long-range fire wave at your enemies. It keeps traveling through enemies until it hits something solid and does 100 damage on hit. It also can go through the shields of people like Winston and other Reinhardts and has a cooldown of about 6 seconds. It also has a hitbox almost as dumb as Hanzo headshot hitboxes, so basically what I'm saying is aim for the shoulder. Finally, Reinhardt's ultimate is Roses are red, chocolate is brown, my name is Reinhardt. No, but really it's called Earth Shatter. You send forth this large shockwave in a cone shape. This does 50 damage and stuns all enemies it hits, and the stun lasts for 2.5 seconds, and only activates if you're on the ground. So, let's say you get launched in the air by a Junkrat like bomb, and then you activate your ult, you'll start to swing mid-air, but you'll only do the swing once you land on the floor. Shields from, say, other Reinhardts and such can stop his ultimate from going through them, and while there is a little bit of upwards length to it, the airborne enemies probably won't be hit. Now this ult is devastating and travels way, and I mean way, farther than you think it does. The animation and visuals of the ground cracking make it look shorter than it actually is. This can help set up plays for your team, but even if your team isn't there to follow up, you can probably guarantee yourself like at least 3 kills when you use this ultimate, because you ult, you fire strike, you smack like 3 people, and then you charge another one. It's so powerful and really perfect on Reinhardt. So how does Reinhardt play, and when should you play him? Well, yeah, you play him like this. You know what playing Reinhardt is like? You know what it's like trying to main this character? It fucking sucks, dude. No, not the hero. Reinhardt is a great hero and is great for pretty much any tank composition and isn't too tough to play. No, playing Reinhardt proves to you that the human race is absolutely 100% completely ridiculously gluten-free, non-fat, 100% vegan, fucking brain dead. Do you know what this is? It's a big blue rectangle. You can shoot through the big blue rectangle. The enemy team cannot shoot through the big blue rectangle. When you hear any of these things,
nerf this!
I've got you in my sights. It's high noon. Die, die, die.
or anything that has a gun that shoots anything at anyone ever, stand behind my big rectangle. This has been a PSA from every Reinhardt player ever. Okay, I think I got it out of my system. Rectangle. Besides that, though, this is mainly if you're playing solo. If you have a team to play with you, then you're totally fine. But playing Reinhardt is really simple. Remember how I called him local man? That's because you basically are the MVP of your entire team without doing anything. Local man presses right mouse button. Local man walks forward. Local man doesn't even need to walk forward. Local man swings hammer a few times. Local man presses Q. Local man wins game but doesn't get commended by any of his teammates because it didn't look like he did much. Local man says...
Catchphrase!
Reinhardt is an MVP hero without seeming like an MVP hero. He does awesome work for his team, and his team needs him more than they might think. There are a few moments when a Reinhardt is a bad choice for your team, but he still is very reliant on your team knowing how to play the damn game. So let's quickly talk about who Reinhardt is good against and who he counters. Reinhardt counters Soldier 76, Hanzo, Widow, and Toblerone. These are for obvious reasons. Soldier is all gun, Reinhardt stops gun. Hanzo and Widow are snipers, so his shield negates almost all their killing power. And Torbjorn's turret AI will auto-lock onto Reinhardt, but does such abysmal damage to your shield that your team can easily take it out. Enemies that counter Reinhardt are the likes of Pharah, Junkrat, Reaper, and Tracer. Pharah can easily get above Reinhardt and just stomp on him with rockets or put him out of position. Junkrat does the same, he just shreds his shield open, and his Riptire won't be stopped by the shield. Reaper is a powerful tank killer. If he gets close enough to Reinhardt, he's a complete goner. And finally Tracer, because she just gets behind Reinhardt, forcing him to adjust his shield over and over again, or else he just takes a ton of damage. Oh, and I know you guys all know this, but Reinhardt, Bastion, Mercy. You know how it works. It works on offense and defense. Like, it really does. Just that's how it goes. You want to, I mean, you need the team coordination and you will be known as a total asshole, but it's effective. Reinhardt's best blue skin is kinda gold Reinhardt. Reinhardt's best purple skin is actually gold Reinhardt, and his best legendary skin is all of them. Seriously, they're all awesome, like goddamn. His best victory poses are either the beach ball is over there or the hammer down, literally the hammer's on the ground, pose. The flex emote is by far the best one, and my favorite sprays are Old Man Jesus Christ Reinhardt is buff and Shield Up. This one just makes me giggle. It's Shield Up, because he's holding the shield upwards. It's funny. You already know what voice line you should be using. And finally, the best victory pose is probably the hammer down one, just because of the face he makes at the end.
Catchphrase!
So let's wrap up. Reinhardt is a bro, a broy bro, the broiest of bro. He is a cool guy with a giant ass suit of armor and is one of the strongest tanks in the game currently. He works in almost every team comp, but unfortunately is reliant on your teammates not being dumbasses. This is the hardest part with Reinhardt. If you're gonna play Reinhardt like a lot, you're gonna be a Reinhardt main, get some friends, play with a group. If you're not, then you're gonna get really angry. He has excellent damage and a fantastic ultimate for team fights, and Reinhardt does far more for your team than people actually expect. Local Man is a good pick, and I highly suggest you learn him. Alright everyone, it's been the One Trick Guide to Reinhardt. My name's Bricky Yorkadate. The Twitch, Twitter, and second channel links are all in the description. And as I said in the beginning of the video, if you could check out the URL in the description and the Loot Crate URL, I highly appreciate it. It both supports me and the people at Loot Crate, and the people at Loot Crate have been excellent, very nice to me lately, and I would very much appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic day, and please, please, please stand behind my shield. Bye-bye.